Hey guys, this is Mr. H. Hey, I'm going to do 3 videos on rearranging formulas that show up in the multiple choice section. I want to show you guys, once you've done a couple of them, because the most important feature is the store feature, and you guys already know how to store numbers. You just have to be strategic when you store them, and then you're just going to, once you get them stored, you're going to calculate a value for one of the other ones, and then you're going to look for those answers. So let me show you exactly what I mean. So it says we got a formula that calculates the volume of a trapezoidal prism. It's V equals 1/2 A times B plus C times H. And then they say they want you to solve it for the letter B. So basically they want you to get B by itself. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the calculator to kind of help me get this. So I'm going to put these numbers in. I'm going to put in 2 for A, 3 for B, 4 for C, and 5 for H. And then I'm going to calculate V. And then I'm just going to type in these answer choices until I find the one that's true, and that's going to be my answer. So let's go. So I need the calculator now. So let me go get it, and I need this screen right here. So first thing I'm going to do is store 2 into A, and then I'm going to take 3 and store that into B. And then I'm going to take 4 and I'm going to store that into C. And then I'm going to take 5 and store that into the letter H, which is right here. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to use this formula on the right-hand side, and I'm going to calculate what the value V is, and then I'm going to store that number in for V. So let's go do that. So I need a stack fraction. So stack, I need 1/2. And then I'm going to put in A. I'm going to put in A. Now remember, I got to put multiplications between these letters, otherwise the calculator gets confused. So I'm going to put parentheses, and then I have B plus C, parentheses, and now I'm going to put another multiplication between this and the H, and let's see what we get. So that tells us that the value for V is going to be 35. So I'm going to take this number and I'm going to store it into V. Now, once I've done this, I'm ready to go find the answer. All right, so now all I've done is made this a true statement. I've taken some numbers, put it in for those letters, and then I calculate what the values on the right or the left hand should be. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to go to each one of these answer choices, and I'm gonna keep typing until I get a true. So watch. So let me go and I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna put in the first one. This is B equals, I got a stack fraction, It's gonna be V over 2AH, 2 times A times H. Remember, you gotta put a multiplication symbol between those variables, otherwise the calculator thinks that you're trying to, oh, this should be plus, so let me go back. This should be plus C, then I press enter. Now it says false, so that means I'm somewhere along the way my algebra was bad. So now I'm gonna try the second one. I'm just gonna copy it, and then I'm gonna change this plus to a minus, and that's the second answer. And I get another false. So let's keep going. So let's see, I'm going to go here. I'm going to copy this one. And what are the changes? This should be 2V, and this should be 2V. And down here, this 2 right here should be gone. So it should be 2V over AH plus C. Then I press enter. I get another false. So it's telling me that the last one should be right. So let's do this. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to change this to a minus, and then I press enter, and it says true. So that's my answer. The last choice, these were all eliminated, and so here's my answer. Now, that's all you have to do for these in the multiple choice section. Now, really, this is a technique to test your algebraic manipulation, but I'm just showing you that you can use this even if you struggle with the algebra part, all right? So I calculated this to be 35, and then I stored this into V, and then I went and I just went through the answer choices until I found the one that was true. So that's the technique. I'm going to do 2 more just to show you that once you see it a couple times, it's not that difficult. All right, so I'm going to stop and post this.